सुस्वागतम सुस्वागतम सुस्वागतम. गणाधीश अविरत सेवा आणि संवर्धन फाउंडेशन प्रेझेंट्स पुणेकर न्यूज विमेन्स अचिव्हर्स अवॉर्ड 2024 या कार्यक्रमामध्ये मी मोनिका जोशी आपल्या सगळ्यांचं मनापासून स्वागत करते. फ्रेंड्स, पुणेकर न्यूज आजकाल न्यूजचा जमाना आहे. कुठलीही बातमी ही आपल्याला न्यूजच्या थ्रू कळते किंवा कुठलीही बातमी हवी असेल तर आपण लगेच इंटरनेटवर जातो, एखादं पोर्टल चेक करतो आणि काय आहे सध्या चाललेलं आहे याचे आपण अपडेट्स घेत असतो. आणि अशाच प्रकारचे अपडेट्स आपल्याला वेगवेगळ्या पोर्टलवरून मिळत असतात. पण काही पोर्टल्स अशी असतात की जी जेन्युइनली आपल्याला न्यूज देत असतात आणि ज्यावर आपला विश्वास असतो, ज्यावर आपला भरोसा असतो. कारण आज आपल्याला जगामध्ये फेक असं बरंच काही बघायला मिळतं, पण जे काही जेन्युइन आहे ते नक्कीच वाचकांना भावतं, आवडतं आणि त्याचा जो काही रीच असतो हा जास्तीत जास्त होण्यास मदत होतं. ह्याच पैकी एक नाव म्हणजे पुणेकर न्यूज. जसं की म्हणतात, पुण्यामध्ये जे काही पिकतं ते सगळ्या जगामध्ये विकलं जातं. बरोबर आहे सर? कारण पुण्यामध्ये एक जेन्युइन काय आहे हे पुण्यामध्येच खरं तर आपल्याला बघायला मिळतं. कारण असं म्हणतात, पुणे तिथे काय उडे. शिवबानी सोन्याच्या नांगराने नांगरलेलं पुणे तर पेशव्यांच्या सर्व पराक्रमाची साक्ष देणारं पुणे. शनिवार वाडा, पर्वती यासारख्या वास्तूंनी सजलेलं पुणे तर कसबा सदाशिव नारायणमध्ये वसलेलं पुणे. अशा या पुण्यामध्ये ज्या गोष्टी होतात त्या गोष्टी जगामध्ये आपल्या जातात. आणि ह्याच करता पुण्यामध्ये आज पुणेकर न्यूज तर्फे आजचं हे जे काही अवॉर्ड फंक्शन आपण घेतलेलं आहे त्या अवॉर्ड फंक्शन मध्ये ज्या कर्तृत्ववान स्त्रियांना आपण फेलिसिटेट करणार आहोत त्या इथे सगळ्या जणी इथे हजर आहेत. त्यांचं मी या सर्व मान्यवरांच्या उपस्थितीमध्ये पुन्हा एकदा मनापासून स्वागत करते. आजचा हा कार्यक्रम आपण सुरू करण्यापूर्वी आजचे आपले जे चीफ गेस्ट आहेत त्यांनी खूप वेळात वेळ काढून आज आपल्या इथे आलेले आहेत. श्री अमितेश कुमार सर, त्यांच्याविषयी मी आपल्याला थोडक्यात माहिती सांगते. पोलीस कमिशनर अमितेश कुमार इज अन IPS ऑफिसर ऑफ द 1995 बॅच ऑफ द महाराष्ट्र कैडर. Since taking charge of the city police on the 1st February this year, he has taken many pro-citizen initiatives like implementation section 144 to control noise at pubs and clubs during late night hours. Besides himself going on the road to check traffic issues at the notorious University Chowk signal. Under his leadership, Pune police have busted an international level racket involving MD drugs and sales drugs worth about 4,000 crores. वास्तविक पाहता सरांचा बायोडेटा खूप मोठा आहे. आपण इथे त्यांना सगळ्यांना जाणतोच, त्यामुळे सगळ्यात प्रथम जास्त वेळ न घेता मी आपल्या पुणेकर न्यूजचे मॅनेजिंग एडिटर मुबारक अन्सारी यांना मी विनंती करेन की आपण त्यांचा सन्मान करावा. याचबरोबर आजच्या कार्यक्रमामध्ये आपल्या बरोबर जी एक अत्यंत मोलाचा वाटा निभावत आहेत ते म्हणजे गणाधीश फाउंडेशन. गणाधीश फाउंडेशनच्या सौ सोनाली आचार्य इथे आपल्या बरोबर स्टेजवरती आहेत. आपण त्यांचं देखील स्वागत आणि सन्मान करूयात. तत्पूर्वी मी त्यांची आपल्याला थोडक्यात ओळख करून देते. सौ सोनाली आचार्य, अ फार्मासिस्ट टर्न्ड सॉफ्टवेअर आर्किटेक्ट at the renowned software company. With a keen awareness of the challenges women face, she has embarked on the mission to make difference. Sonali is the driving force behind the foundation, Ganadhish Avirat Seva and Conservation Foundation, dedicated to empowering and serving women and catering to 11 other issues around us which need the community's attention. Apart from her professional endeavors, she has also enjoys sports and music. Her love to gardening and connecting with the nature fuels her passion for helping people in need, making her a well-rounded advocate for positive changes. So please welcome Mrs. Sonali Acharya. I request Sumit Singh, Bureau Chief, Punekar News, to please felicitate Sonali ma'am. कुठलीही फाउंडेशन किंवा कुठलाही पोर्टल सुरू करण्याच्या मागे काहीतरी एक उद्देश असतो, काहीतरी एक दिशा असते आणि काहीतरी एक थॉट असतो. तो नक्की काय आहे हे जाणून घेण्याकरता पुणेकर न्यूजचे या ठिकाणी कन्सल्टिंग एडिटर जे आहेत त्यांना मी इथे बोलवीन. टिकमजी शेखावत गेली अनेक वर्ष टाइम्स ऑफ इंडियामध्ये आपल्याला सेवा देत होते आणि त्यानंतर कुठलं काहीतरी आपलं स्वतःचं असं काहीतरी सुरू करावं ह्याच पॅशननी त्यांनी पुणेकर न्यूज मध्ये भाग घेतलेला आहे. सो आय रिक्वेस्ट टिकम शेखावत प्लीज इंट्रोड्यूस अबाउट पुणेकर न्यूज.
Good evening, everyone. Honorable CP Saab, respected Sonali ji, our sponsors, some renowned dignitaries like Ambar ID ji, Admani ji, Cholwar Sahab, Tushar Acharya ji, Zadav madam from Damini Square, and all the respected dignitaries who are here, women award achievers. I can say 100 things, but I'm sure we all know and we all agree. You're not here to listen what I want to say about Punekar News, right? You're here to listen, you're here to meet CP Saab, who is the cynosure of the stage. So, technically as a consulting editor or maybe as a partner of Punekar News, I should not be an obstacle between my viewers and my chief guest. So, at this juncture, I would just say this Women Achievers Award is just a small step from our side to celebrate the success of women who are doing extraordinarily well in various sectors. When I say sectors, it's not only about corporate, it's not about business, it's not about entrepreneurship. You all know, ek nahi do matraएं और नर से बढ़कर नारी. So it can be a social sector, it can be an NGO, it can be policing, it can be many others. So let's directly go to the show and understand what is it all about. Meanwhile, thank you so much everyone to participate, to join us in the show. And once again, on the behalf of Punekar News, I thank CP Saab, I thank all the sponsors, I thank Sonali ji for being here with us. Thank you so much.
थैंक यू सो मच टिकम. कौन सा भी प्रोग्राम वो स्पॉन्सर्स के बिना अधूरा होता है. किसी के लिए भी विटामिन ए की जरूरत पड़ती है. इसलिए हमारे इस शो के लिए भी बहुत सारे जो स्पॉन्सर्स है वो आगे आए और उन्होंने हमें जो मदद की वो रिमार्केबल है. तो उनका सम्मान करना भी हमारा कर्तव्य है. सो सबसे पहले मैं नाम लूंगी तुषार आचार्य, गणाधीश सेवा संवर्धन फाउंडेशन. श्री तुषार आचार्य with the over 30 years of invaluable experience in the IT and ITES sector. Shri Tushar Acharya is a name synonymous with innovation and excellence. Tushar, following his passion and dream, founded We Agile Private Limited, where he aims to infuse true values into the professional sphere. Beyond the realm of technology, Tushar's commitment to social welfare shines through his co-founding Ganadhish Abhirat Seva and Conservation Foundation, alongside with his wife Srimati Sonali Acharya. This visionary leader welcomes challenges as a stepping stone towards realizing his dreams, leaving an indelible mark on both the corporate and philanthropic landscapes. Please welcome Tushar Acharya. I request CP sir कि आप उनका सम्मान करें. यानंतर चंद्राई कन्स्ट्रक्शनचे मंगेश बेलदरे यांना मी इथे आमंत्रित करते. मंगेशजी प्लीज. गेली अनेक वर्ष कन्स्ट्रक्शन लाईन मध्ये चंद्राई कन्स्ट्रक्शन हे नाव मोठ्या चांगल्या प्रमाणामध्ये घेतलं जातं. अनेक लोकांना घर देऊन त्यांची स्वप्न पूर्ण करायचं हे चंद्राई कन्स्ट्रक्शनचं एक मूळ हेतू आणि उद्दिष्ट असल्यामुळे गेली अनेक वर्ष या क्षेत्रामध्ये त्यांनी नाव केलेलं आहे. याचबरोबर चंद्राई कन्स्ट्रक्शनचे सोमनाथजी देवकर यांना देखील मी इथे आमंत्रित करते आणि त्यांचाही सन्मान करावा अशी मी विनंती करते. सोमनाथजी देवकर. याचबरोबर पुणेकर न्यूज करता काही वेल विशर्स इथे आवर्जून आज वेळात वेळ काढून आलेले आहेत. त्यांचा देखील सन्मान करणं इथे थोडंसं आवश्यक आहे. यामध्ये सगळ्यात पहिलं नाव घेतलं जाईल ते म्हणजे अंबर आयदे. अंबर आयदे MD and CEO Rural Enhance Private Limited, an Indo-Dutch company making India's first ever social 375 bedded multi-speciality healing hospital at Warze, Pune. Please welcome. याचबरोबर सुहास आदमाने यांना देखील मी इकडे आमंत्रित करते. ओके, आपण अजिबात वेळ न घालवता लगेचच आपल्या या अवॉर्ड फंक्शनकडे वळणार आहोत, कारण सीपी सरांना खरं तर तुम्ही जाणता त्यांनी खूप त्यांच्या बिझी शेड्यूल मधनं आपल्याला वेळ दिलेला आहे. त्यामुळे मी थोडक्यात आपल्या सगळ्यांची ओळख करून देईल आणि लगेचच आपण इथे अवॉर्ड घेण्याकरता यावं. सगळ्यात प्रथम मी इथे स्वच्छ पुणे याच्या मंगल पगारे आणि काळूबाई पवार यांना मी इथे बोलवते. मी थोडक्यात स्वच्छची माहिती सांगते, ती आपण ऐकून झाली की अवॉर्ड घेण्यास इथं यावं. Swachh Pune Cooperative, Solid Waste Collection and Handling, popularly known as a Swachh, is a PMC-supported non-profit organization for door-to-door waste collection. In 2007, Swachh, a cooperative, was formed by Kagat Kaj Patrak Kashtakari Panchayat, a membership-based trade union, and Pune Municipal Corporation together through a general body resolution of PMC. The cooperative is completely owned by its waste picker members. Now, around 3,700 waste pickers are the part of Swachh, covering over 9.5 lakh properties. Today, we have Mangal Pagare and Kalubai Pawar. Please इकडे यायचंय आणि आपण सन्मान स्वीकारायचा आहे. जोरदार टाळ्यांच्या गजरात आपण त्याचं स्वागत करूया. यानंतर आशा चंद्रवल्लभ भट, President of Manthan Foundation, is a dedicated social worker with 15 years of experience. She spearheads initiatives for marginalizing communities, including female sex workers, transgender individuals, and migrants. Her organization provides healthcare, vocational training, and advocacy, impacting over 2 lakh beneficiaries. Please welcome Asha Chandravallabh Bhatt. And the next is Dr. Suroshri Mitra, Professor and Head of Community PT Department at Sancheti Institute for Orthopedics and Rehabilitation College of PT Pune. She is a passionate physiotherapist towards empowering women and adolescent girls for inspiring inclusion towards their own health. She has been working for uplifting of menstrual health and hygiene of the adolescent girls in school. She has been working at primary healthcare centers with her team to bring out postnatal and antenatal health promotion and preventing among women. Please welcome Dr. Sureshri Mitra. The next is Rucha Limaye. In the world where youth are increasingly leaving their mark on international platforms and rewriting records, one young woman's journey stands out as an inspiring statement to resilience and ambition. Meet Rucha Limaye, 26-year-old dynamo who was part of the G20 meeting and also made a remarkable leap from the Pune to Delhi. Rucha Limaye. I request Mangesh Beldare to present next award. Dr. Caroline Odur the Water, Founder CEO of Hope for the Children Foundation. Hope for the Children is an international charity working towards the world where every child has a happy, healthy childhood that prepares for prospective future. A French Canadian by descent, she has over 30 years of experience in the cooperative world and social sector. Please welcome Dr. Caroline. I request Tushar Acharya ji to present next award with CP sir. Dr. Ankita Chandra, dental surgeon in the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare Hospital in Mukund Nagar, Pune. After her duty hours, Dr. Ankita holds dental camp every weekend in rural India to improve the geriatric, medical and oral health in the country for free. Dr. Ankita Chandra. I request Amber Aide to please felicitate next Damini Squad of Pune Police. It is a dedicated group of female police personnel that goes beyond traditional crime-fighting narratives. They are on a mission to not only safeguard women but also inspiring hope and unity in them. The Damini Squad provides service to women in distress. Today we have from Zabo ma'am and other their colleagues. After this, Monica Sharma from Kalyani Nagar, a young woman who single-handedly started the movement against resto bar nuisance and connected all areas in Pune who suffered on this issue. Due to her, many resto bars came under control. Noise, parking, hawkers issue, even other issues like water supply and other civic issues. She has contributed to a lot to bringing peace and order to rapidly commercializing Kalyani Nagar and has set an example. I request Professor Mrs. Pranjali Atul Deshpande to receive this next award. She has been an assistant professor in Computer Engineering Department of Cummins College of Engineering for women for last 17 years. She is passionate about languages and always tries to blend her knowledge of computer engineering to work on various intricacies of language. She has designed the system for providing musical notations to Sanskrit shloka, for which she got a patent, and another patent she has published to handle sarcasm detection in Hindi language. And the next is Anuja Karhu, founder of Unique NV Care Private Limited, with 18 years plus years experience, started a multidisciplinary consulting firm. She is National Accreditation Board of Education and Training. With her experience of National Environment Engineering Research Institute, Nagpur and other private firms, water and wastewater solution. After that, Rachna Ranade. CA Rachna Ranade. If you are interested in stock market, you have definitely heard her name. No need to tell any other things. Dr. Priyanka Mishra is being awarded for empowering students for entrepreneurship in management education. Dr. Priyanka is working as Associate Professor at Balaji Institute of Modern Management, Sri Balaji Institute. Dr. Priyanka Mishra. Rupa Jain believes learning is pleasure, not pressure. If we understand it, that is why she is the favorite of her students for teaching them how to crack the toughest exam called IIT JEE NEET. Rupa Saurabh Jain, founder and director scholars of Academy Ambegaon, the best institute in Pune for IIT JEE NEET and CET. Neha Aide. Neha is BE Computers. She is currently CEO of Mitrai Solutions, a digital marketing company. Neha has extensive exposure of IT, ITES and healthcare sector. Apart from digital marketing, her core expertise include AI. Zoologist Arpita Cholwar, a well-known animal lover and a person full of compassion and sympathy for animals, is often seen taking medical care of stray dogs, cats, cows, etc. on the street of Pune. She came to Pune 28 years ago from Hyderabad. She had no idea about Marathi and the culture of Pune. Ankita Nandekaloyar. Yeah. Founder and Chief Brand Strategist at Fiber Brand India, a strategic branding and marketing consultancy based in Pune with global footprint. With an unwavering commitment to branding, Ankita has established Firebrand as a business transformation studio helping brands and find solutions. Natali Grand Nanda, a true example of entrepreneurial experience, Natali Nanda currently leads Pune's biggest medical institute, Ruby Hall Clinic, in capacity of General Manager, Business Strategist and Operations. Dr. Sunita Tandulwadkar, a gynecologist and IVF specialist. She is a every woman's doctor, excellent at academics and at the same time in her surgical patient skills. She has trained many students across the country as well as globally. presented many research papers, followed and stated across the globe, and her pioneering work in the stem cells, laparoscopic surgery, and gynec problems. आता एक शेवटचा अवॉर्ड इथे आपण जो देणार आहोत तो आहे जाई उत्तम खामकर. ह्या अत्यंत एक आगळं वेगळं काम ज्यांनी समाजामध्ये केलेले आहे अशा जाई यांच्यासाठी हा आपण पुरस्कार देणार आहोत. जाई ह्या अंध आहेत. 1997 साली एका चुकीच्या इंजेक्शन दिले गेल्यामुळे त्यांना ही डिसॅबिलिटी आलेली आहे. परंतु हार न मानता त्यांनी त्यांच्यासारख्या अनेक लोकांसाठी कष्ट करून काम करून त्यांच्याकरता त्या उभ्या राहाव्यात ह्याकरता त्यांनी त्यांचं फाउंडेशन उभं केलेलं आहे. सो जाई उत्तम खामकर. Kumar is a social worker for disabled students. She lost her vision in 1997 when administered an injection which was past expiry date. समाजामध्ये उभं राहण्याकरता त्यांना अनेक लोकांनी नाकारलं, परंतु त्यातूनही हार न मानता त्यांनी आपली स्वतःची फर्म उभी केली आणि आज प्राऊडली त्यांना सांगायला आनंद होतो की आज 18 लोकांना त्या स्पॉन्सरशिप देत आहेत त्यांच्या फाउंडेशनच्या माध्यमातून आणि त्यांना पुढे समाजामध्ये उभं राहण्याकरता मदत करत आहेत. यानंतर मनीषा गावडे, वर्किंग विथ अ सॉफ्टवेअर जायंट इन पुणे. In terms of role, she is working as a manager with top software company of Pune and also responsible for projects under cooperative social responsibilities. Under CSR, she has done projects to support various NGOs. The trust also helped various differently abled people set up vada pav, grocery stores, 2 computer centers and photo studio, dairy farm, etc. Thank you so much. सगळ्या अवॉर्डीजचं मनापासून इथे अभिनंदन करते. आय एम सो सॉरी. मेघना सपकाळ यांचा देखील आपण इथे सन्मान करणार आहोत. खरंच सांगायला आनंद होतो. मी मनापासून मेघनाजींची माफी मागते. फर्स्ट लेडी हु हॅड जॉईन्ड फायर ब्रिगेड. गेल्या 3 पिढ्यांपासून त्यांच्या फॅमिलीमधली लोक ही फायर ब्रिगेडमध्ये आहेत, परंतु मेल डॉमिनेट असं जे क्षेत्र आहे त्यामध्ये मेघना सपकाळ इज द फर्स्ट लेडी हु जॉईन दिस एरिया, दिस प्रोफेशन. थँक्यू सो मच सीपी सर, थँक्यू सो मच. खरं तर प्रत्येकीबद्दल सांगण्यासारखं खूप होतं माझ्या हातामध्ये आणि ते सांगता सांगता बराच वेळ लागला असता, कारण प्रत्येकीचं कार्य इतकं मोठं आहे, प्रत्येकीचं क्षेत्र इतकं वेगळं आहे आणि प्रत्येकीने ज्या डेडिकेशननी पॅशननी आपल्या क्षेत्रामध्ये काम केलेलं आहे ते खरोखर कौतुकास्पद आहे. तेव्हा सगळ्यांचं मनापासून पुन्हा एकदा अभिनंदन. तुमच्या स्वतःकरता एकदा जोरदार टाळ्या व्हायला पाहिजे. अमोल कालवडे यांना मी विनंती करते, ते सीपी सरांचा सन्मान करणार आहेत. त्यांनी कृपया पुढे यावं.
तुम्ही फक्त रेड मारा, बाकी सगळं आम्ही करू.
आजचा हा कार्यक्रम ज्याकरता कधी कधी शब्द पुढे पडत नाही अशा या कार्यक्रमामध्ये खरोखर वेळात वेळ काढून आज सीपी सर इथे आलेले आहेत. त्यांना मी विनंती करते की त्यांनी आपल्याला थोडक्यात मार्गदर्शन करावं.
सबसे पहले जोरदार तालियां सर के लिए. पुणे पुलिस ने पकड़ना ये देश में अभी तक का इतिहास है. बहुत सारे प्लीज.
The organizer of today's event, Mr. Tikam Shekhawat and his colleagues in the Punekar family. Mrs. Sonali Acharya, the chief guest, the other colleague from the Punekar News, and most importantly, the eminent guests present here. Let me first and foremost congratulate each one of you who have received an award today for your outstanding service in the community, and especially as the achiever, the women achiever. And congratulations also to all the male colleagues and others in your family. Let me thank Punekar News on behalf of all of you who took this opportunity to felicitate the women who have done outstanding work in their respective fields. And actually, yes, looking at the winners, the awardees today, I must say that in each of the relevant fields, the organizers have indeed chosen women who have contributed immensely in the society. I, on my own behalf and on behalf of everyone in the Pune City Police and the administration and Pune City, congratulate each one of you once again. Thanks to Punekar News for giving me an opportunity to be a part of this event and giving an opportunity to interact with you. There's some very kind words said about me. I, on behalf of each one in the Pune City Police, thank all of you for the very kind words and very generous words which you have and the praises which you have showered on us. Yes, I am approximately 50 days old in Pune, and we have been trying to instill a sense of, not to say that there was no discipline earlier. I'm not saying that by any means, but I'm only saying that we are committed to instill discipline to a higher level, to a further level, where each one in Pune is confident that there is police, there is the department who is going to be enforcing the rule of law without prejudice, without fear, without favor, and the rule of law is equal, is the same for anyone, irrespective of caste, creed, religion, strata of society, or however rich or however poor he may be. Yes, a couple of decisions I had taken the moment I arrived in Pune. Primarily, the first one was where I think we ended up felicitating someone from Kalyani Nagar, the young woman achiever who was in fact raising her voice against the resto bars. I don't know whether she's satisfied today, but I can tell you the idea behind policing on this aspect was that, number one, the government mandates that the end time for liquor services is 1:30 a.m. We do not formulate laws. The laws are formulated after a lot of deliberations in the legislatures. We are only enforcers. And we are committed to enforce whatever is a law without going into whether it is aspect where we should get into or we should not get into. But anyways, without going into that, the fact is that 1:30 a.m. is the outer deadline for service of liquor. And number two, I personally also feel that 1:30 a.m. is a good enough time for anyone to consume liquor. I mean, there is a capacity for a human body to drink liquor, and I mean, there is no way that one can end up drinking liquor till 4 or 5 in the morning and go back safe and secure to their respective homes. I am personally also totally for it. And any illegality in a pub or a bar or places like this has an adverse impact on the youth of the city. And I am thoroughly confident and I'm thoroughly convinced of the fact that to ensure that there is discipline in the city, the rules have to be complied with, the rules have to be followed with. And I'm happy that most of the establishments today have started complying with the 1:30 a.m. deadline, plus minus 15 minutes or 30 minutes. And I can tell you that some black sheeps who would dare or who would have this confidence of challenging our mandate to enforce this shall be dealt with appropriately. They would be counseled in inverted commas appropriately, and we would ensure that it has to be complied, and there is absolute zero tolerance on that aspect. The issues of the rooftop bars selling liquor without permits or other illegalities going on is all being dealt with. I don't remember her name, but she would be able to. I would not give a certificate to myself that we have been able to achieve 100% success, but I can tell you that whoever are the stray elements shall be appropriately dealt with. Hookah again. I mean, there was a lot of questions raised as to why is the hookah being prohibited. It is being prohibited because number one, the law mandates that only herbal hookah is permitted. Number two, hookah is not permitted in a public place. You have to have an enclosed separate gallery which has to be a smoking zone. And in any case, we have powers under section 144 of CRPC and other provisions to allow or not to allow certain things. And we have decided that we would not allow hookah in a public place. And that is the situation. People may have different views on it, but it is done in public interest. It is done in the interest of youth of the city. It is done because it has been noticed that hookah bars are being frequented by young crowd as young as 13 years, 14 years, and 15 years. I'm sure that's not what our country, the culture of our country allows, and that's not in interest of that young child, young boy as well. And there, I think the family, the guardians, and the parents also have a role of properly policing their ward and their child to see that they do not get into vices like this. It's too tender an age, and if they start frequenting places like the hookah bars, I don't think it is in interest of anyone in the society, and that's why we have taken a decision and we are standing by it. And I am thoroughly convinced about my decision, and we shall take it to its logical conclusion, ensuring that everyone is everyone is convinced to follow the rule and voluntarily comply with it in future. The issue in respect of the bars also are that there are residential areas where bars have started, and we are taking it up with the concerned agencies. It's not our department, it's not our job. The licenses are given by some other authorities. But we are trying to have a guideline, a policy, whether to allow such establishments in residential areas or not. And certainly I am sensitive to the fact that it causes annoyance to the residents of that area. We are also trying to see that the establishments who are already functioning are following the traffic rules and regulations. And we are also, in fact, yesterday we took a decision that all establishments, malls, commercial complexes, etc., who in their sanctioned building plan has a parking area, and if there is a change in use in the parking area, if the parking area is used as a kitchen or as a restaurant, as a sit-out place, and being used for anything other than parking, we shall, in coordination with the Pune Municipal Corporation, take a drive to clear these parking areas and also proceed against them under the legal powers vested under the MRTP Act. Anyway, that's enough about the bars and the pubs. Thank you very much. There were some words of appreciation about the drug hall. I would again say that it is directly or indirectly linked to the pub culture as well. I'm not casting aspersions on any of the owners or managers of the pubs that that the pubs and such places are fertile grounds for drugs, etc. But there are some linkages for sure, and I can tell you that drug-free Pune was a priority which I had clearly earmarked on the first day or the 1st of February when I had taken charge, and that's going to be a priority area because again I am thoroughly everyone for that matter on this front would be with me that is something which is simply non-negotiable. That's something which everyone has to have zero tolerance about, and if there is even a stray suspicion that anyone in their family is getting addicted to it or even has the tendency to taste it, I think the other members of the family have to come down with a very heavy hand to ensure that no one gets into any such vice, because that's a vice which cannot be called a vice. It's a super vice, and it's something which is dangerous. It's a health hazard. It's a hazard for the overall personality of the individual who is taking it, who is consuming it. And I had said that we would not be after the small peddlers, we would not be after the consumers, we would first be against the manufacturers and the suppliers. And that was the intention when we had caught someone with a kg of MD. I cared less. I said we are not interested in going to the peddlers whom we can catch any time we feel like. And we had decided that we would go against the manufacturers, and that's how we reached, and we got the linkage of the factory, we got the consignments which were delivered in Delhi, and then we could trace the link to the export supply chain, and we could trace the destination in London where the drug was being transported in ready processed food packets. And then yesterday, you must have read, when we were through with that, we decided to pick up the peddlers, and we picked up 11 Nigerians yesterday, Nigerian nationals who were into peddling in Pune. So the idea is that we are committed to make the city drug free, and for that we would require public participation on a very active mode, where anyone who comes across people who are peddling or who's a part of the supply chain, please let us know. There would be questions in the mind that it affects your security, and you feel insecure that if you give us information, they would harm you or they would trouble you. I can tell you, if you want, we'll keep your name confidential, but I can tell you, you don't need to be bothered about that. I can tell you, you can come on freely and boldly give the information. You can be rest assured that what action we will take will be deterrent enough that not even he can give you a mild stare, or he can give you even discreet threats. There's no question about it. We are thoroughly committed for any such active partners who comes with us. I often say that we in the Pune City Police, for example, are a strength of 9,000, supposed to be policing a population of more than 65, 70 odd lakhs. We are supposed to be omnipresent. We are supposed to be working 24/7 by 365. We are expected to reach the spot within 5 minutes, 24 hours, day, night, Holi, Diwali, whatever it is. I say that only sustainable difference and sustainable enforcement of discipline is only possible with active participation of people at large, active participation of the community, active participation of all the stakeholders. Because you may not be a policeman in uniform, but certainly you are a policeman in plain clothes. You have a right to ensure that the neighborhood, your neighborhood, is safe and secure, your neighborhood is disciplined. And I call upon you to come on and report any such nuisance in your neighborhood. We will try and sort it out as best as possible. Even if we end up not reaching you, you do not lose hope. You come back to us I'll say you don't have to come to us physically. Dial 112 is a one-stop call center where all calls are recorded, and our policemen, the response time we have been able to ensure in Pune is around 5 to 7 minutes. Our first responders reach the spot. We will try and sort out your grievance. I am not saying that the grievance, when once sorted out on that particular day, would not resurface the next day, could resurface the next day, could resurface the next week. Don't lose hope. Call back again. Our persistent action would ensure that that discipline is taken care of. Whatever discipline you can, whatever nuisance you can sort out at your level. For example, if there are a group of boys in front of your housing society creating ruckus, I think the community there itself can act as a pressure group, can act as a vested interest group and try and counsel them and their parents. Because one has to realize that 99.99% people in the society fear law. They respect law. Some of them might go on the wrong track. And if the society tries and polices them meaning counsels them, most of them would come back on track. And the elements who are not capable of listening to you, you can bank on us that we are capable of counseling them and bringing them back on track. So with that, I can only request the members of the community to partner with us in whatever field you are in, whatever field is of interest. If it is traffic, whatever best you can do for traffic. For traffic, I would only say that I feel that the motor vehicle rules are the easiest rules to comply with. Yet we see that this maximum violation of these motor vehicle rules. When I go to a college or a school, that's what I always say, that if a young boy, a youth is not able to comply voluntarily with a traffic rule, I'm sure he'll not be able to comply with more difficult rules and more difficult regulations in his future endeavors. And that's why I appeal to them that please follow these traffic rules. Jumping a signal would not even save you 5 minutes. Going without a helmet is going to be is detrimental for you. It is a globally recognized principle that head injury is the cause of 80% of fatalities or serious grievous injuries or permanent incapacitation. Yet if someone chooses not to wear a helmet and be on the streets, I can only say that it's a sort of a suicide which one is inviting. It's a trouble which one is inviting for himself and for his other members of the family. Coming back to the motor vehicles rules, I would only say that the community has a large role to play in disciplining the city on the traffic front, like simple motor vehicle rules, parking your vehicle at the right spot. Maybe even if you have to walk a couple of meters more, doesn't matter. But if it reduces the obstructions on the carriageway, it helps everyone. And most importantly, it helps the city in terms of giving it a more disciplined look. I'm sure you must be feeling that, of course, I'm not trying to say that it's not our responsibility. Of course, traffic is our responsibility. And of course, I would say that though this issue of traffic management rests with multiple departments. For example, in Pune, there are some issues with the municipal corporation, some with the PMRDA, some with the PPMCL, and host of other such institutions. But I have taken this role that we would play the city traffic police, and me would play a stellar role in trying and coordinating with the concerned agencies and trying to do whatever best we can do. We do not promise you roads like in the United States of America or Europe or London. But I can surely we'll try and attempt to reduce your travel time, reduce the congestion time to whatever best we can do. But again, for that, we need public participation. We need help and support of the people. In terms of voluntary compliance is the only thing I expect from the traffic front. If each one of you, voluntary meaning each one of you as an individual, as a family, as a family in the housing society, as a family in the office, wherever you are, if you promote voluntary compliance, apart from, of course, you have a right to crib about the poor infrastructure and the poor role of the traffic police. You can continue to crib and sulk on that, and you can continue to complain on that. We'll take the complaints in a very, very constructive fashion. But a moment of introspection also is what I would request you to do, to see what you can as an individual do to discipline the city. A lot of women achievers here, a lot of women here. I can assure you that women's safety is a matter of top priority for us, and there is zero tolerance on that front. There are a lot of educated people here who would have been victims of cybercrime. I hope there would be none here. But I can tell you, cybercrime again is a important issue of concern. But again, I can only tell you that though we are trying to build our capacities in trying to detect them and recover the cheated amount as early as possible. But finally, when complainants come to me, I sometimes actually have a desire to shout at them as to how foolish can one be. Expecting returns more than the normal returns which the banking or the financial sector offers is actually a gamble in a casino. So you should be ready to lose it, because one must realize that money doesn't come from, it doesn't grow on trees. And if someone is offering someone more than the normal rate of interest, there has to be something hanky-panky. That's the basic premise on which each one of us have to work on. And I'm surprised when an IT professional a couple of days back came and she ended up transferring some 85 lakhs on the promise that it would be doubled in 1 month. I said, it's actually surprising. It's actually, I mean, I can only say that it's a greed for fast money. Money doesn't come very fast. One has to be assured on that premise. And I think if one takes care of his own safety and security, one inadvertent fraud is okay. You end up clicking a wrong link and you end up thinking that you're paying to the Amazon and you end up paying someone else. I can understand that. But getting a link and transferring some amount to get some assured return, there are huge number of victims who come to us saying that in the accused, the person lured them that he would invest in the stock market and he assured a return of 100% in 1 year. I said, even God cannot assure you 100% return in the stock market. Who is this fool? I mean, sorry, who is this accused who is giving you any such promise? Finally, it's actually about prevention. It's actually about awareness. It's actually about your own safety that you have to rely on. Again, I would say that I'm not saying that it's not our job to keep everyone, including the victims on the digital platform who are being cheated. Of course, we're trying to do the best we can, but you must realize that the cyber criminal and cyber crime crosses jurisdiction, crosses the national boundaries, and the most of the servers of the intermediaries, including the WhatsApp, the Facebook, etc., everything is primarily located in the United States of America or in other countries where the privacy laws are very, very stringent. Privacy laws in the sense that there the basic premise is that if you are cheated, you have to go to an insurance company and take your money back. They do not investigate. In fact, in the foreign countries, they do not investigate economic offenses where cheating has happened unless it has links with drugs, terror, women trafficking, child trafficking, etc. Otherwise, they are not even bothered. If you end up, if your wallet or a purse is stolen in London, in Europe, in US, mostly the answer you will get is, if we find it, we'll get back to you. Otherwise, you please forget about it. You do not even have a public interface where you can go. However, what I was trying to say is that our investigation rests at intermediaries located outside our boundaries who are not governed by our laws. Hence, there are hitches in investigation, though we have means to overcome those. But the volume of cyber crimes again requires a great amount of awareness, and a lot of you, I mean, the cream of the city, I'm sure you can play your own role. It can be a very, very stellar role in trying to spread this awareness that I will not fall a victim to a cyber crime, and I'll ensure that no one in my neighborhood, in my persons known to us, will not fall prey to any such crime. I would not take much of your time. Thank you very much for giving me an occasion to interact with you. It was indeed a pleasure having the opportunity of felicitating the women achievers of Pune. Congratulations once again to each of the award winners and to your family members. And in the end, I can only assure you that each one of us in Pune city are trying to work hard in a transparent and professional manner to enforce the rule of law, for which we are thoroughly committed. People at large have to come and stand behind us or walk along with us in our endeavor to keep the city, to enforce the rule of law in the city in the most impartial and free manner. Thank you very much.
साहेबांना येऊन 2